Hey up everybody, it's time for the 100-kilometre review of the Dynafish Xiaonian. And if you've not seen what I do with my reviews yet before, what I do is I don't listen to what manufacturers tell me what I should or shouldn't use a shoe for, and I certainly don't listen to other people's opinions. I took these out for a whole week of my training, which included everything from wearing on easy runs all the way through intervals and even on a race effort 5k park run. So let's skip forward to Monday and see how I got on. We're on day one of testing and reviewing the Dynafish Xiaonian, and the first run of the week is 60 minutes, nice and easy, and it's a good opportunity to see how they feel on my feet, see if there's any hot spots, any areas that do any kind of pressure or rub, and they fit perfectly. I'm really pleased with the comfort of them. Size wise, I always buy my shoes using the European sizes, because the UK sizes there's no consistency, but with a European size shoe I'm a size 42. That's what I ordered, and these are fitting me true to size. The midsole, I'm very impressed with this so far, I've got to be honest. To describe the midsole, if you've wore the Adidas Pro 3 or the Evo SL and you've got a feel of what the Light Strike Pro is like on them, and if you've had a run in the newer Adidas Pro 4s with the it's just a slightly softer Light Strike Pro, these feel somewhere in between. I'm doing an easy run today and they're supremely comfortable, but I do feel that they're not squishy and soft and mushy. They have got a bit of life to them, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's session when we get to do a good sub-threshold stride out in them, just to give this midsole a try. But first impressions, comfort wise a pass, size wise a pass. As far as grip goes, it's a dry day. I can never tell unless it's absolutely raining sideways, but everything I've done today, there's been no foot slip whatsoever, so that's the boxes tick for today. So I'll see you tomorrow when we're giving him putting a bit of work through them. See you tomorrow. I've just finished Tuesday's session wearing the Xiaonians, and it was a 4x10 minutes sub-threshold run, all off 90 seconds, and I started the run feeling tired today. I feel like I've had hardly any sleep. We have just had the hour change, so we have lost an hour's sleep with the clocks going forward an hour, and also there's most likely some residual fatigue from the weekend doing the Midlands relays. But the shoes really performed today. Even with all that tiredness, the lightweightness of the shoe really helped me with today's session, and the midsole, that midsole is actually really responsive. The best way to describe it would be very much like I mentioned before. It's like a kind of Light Strike Pro, but with just a bit more rebound to it. It really is a fantastic bit of foam. So that's today's session done. We've got an easy run tomorrow to give him a try, so I'll see you then. Hey up everybody, just finishing the 60 minutes easy, reviewing the Dynafish Xiaonian, so I'm putting my thoughts on camera while they're still fresh in my mind. The run today, shoes were supremely comfortable. I tried a little bit of running on this kind of thing just to see how they feel, and they did very well. A couple of miles in the middle I shared with a local runner, so the pace did creep up to very nearly almost a steady run instead of an easy run, and that was really good. So I'm going to say now on camera, I'm starting to prefer these over my Evo SL. The Evo SL, I will tell anybody to buy them shoes because they are fantastic. but these have got the edge. These are lighter, these are more responsive, these are more comfortable. Everything that I like about the Evo SL, these are actually a little bit better on. But I'm still going to continue the review. They've got a couple of hard workouts to do. I'll be doing another sub-threshold tomorrow. I got an easy run Friday, and then Saturday, even though the weather forecast is going to be quite rubbish, I'm going to give them a really hard park run and see what they're like when the red mist has come down. So that's it for today. I'll see you later. Hey up everybody, it's Thursday morning and I've just finished today's 6x6 minute sub-threshold session. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on these Xiaonian shoes while it's still fresh in my memory. And when I've done the easy sessions, you can tell the midsole it's forgiving, it's got a softness to it, but it's still firm enough not to feel too squishy and unstable. Today I did the 6x6 minutes sub-threshold, which is a much harder intensity. I was running quite fast, and what I felt with the midsole, it's actually it's kind of adaptive, which is what you expect from a super foam. So when you're running nice and easy, the gentleness of your feet going down allows the midsole to compress and absorb the impact. When I'm running aggressively and it hits the floor hard, it's almost as if the midsole stiffens up and gets how can I say, more responsive because of the harder impact. And this session I've done today with these shoes on has been the best 6x6 minute session I've ever done. I was whipping along at paces I've not done before with a much lower heart rate. So if anybody is thinking about looking for a really good unplated session shoe, these are the ones to have. These are superb. As far as all-round shoes go, these have got the crown for me. These are actually beating my all-time favourites of the Evo SL. I never thought I'd see a shoe that I'd prefer over that, because it is amazing, but these are trumping it. These are winning. So easy session tomorrow in them, and then I've got a park run where I'm going to let the red mist come down and we're going to see what they can do in proper race conditions. So until then, I'll see thee. Hey up everybody, I've just got Friday's 60 minutes easy run done, and I chose to run somewhere really hilly so I can test the lockdown on these shoes. I'm just giving you my thoughts now while they're still fresh in my mind. But the shoes, the lockdown was absolutely fantastic. It was really steep to run up and really steep to run down. I had no foot slip inside. I always use the runner's knot on all my shoes that have the extra eyelet, even if they need it or not. I just don't see the point in not using it if you've got it. But yeah, absolutely perfect on the lockdown. I'm really impressed with these shoes. Let's see what tomorrow's full send at parkrun will bring, even though the weather forecast is ridiculously windy. So until tomorrow, I'll see thee. That's the Grow parkrun done, an absolute full send wearing the Dynafish Xiaonian shoes. And I'm just giving you my thoughts of these shoes while they're still fresh in my mind. And according to my watch, I've just got a 1 second course PB in unplated shoes. So you can guess what I'm thinking of these shoes now. These are absolute beast shoes, these are. Right, let's see what tomorrow's long run brings. I'll see you tomorrow. So that's my Sunday run finished, and I'm going to give you my thoughts of the Dynafish Xiaonian while they're still fresh in my mind. And for definite, these are going to be my long run shoes going forward. Yes, they are capable of going really hard and fast. They do have that early stage rocker that's quite aggressive, but the real joy of these shoes is just getting some seriously long mileage in them. They are blissfully comfortable, but the midsole isn't soft and squishy. It's got a nice firmness to it that just helps propel you along on those long miles without causing you any kind of fatigue from a mushy, soft, squishy midsole. They are supreme for long distance. So that's my thoughts now. I'm going to get back home. I'm going to start building this review. Until next time, I'll see thee. Well, I think that explains things very well. Just to go through the stats very quickly. So we've got 41mm at the back, 34 at the front, giving a 7mm heel to toe drop. These shoes cost me £118. They weigh 188 grams, which is 6.6 ounces. That's lighter than the Nike Alphafly 3. That's lighter than the Adidas Pro 4. They're just incredible. And after running just short of 110 kilometers, absolutely no wear and tear on the outsole. They've still got a fantastic tread pattern. I'll show you the other one. You look at that as well. Absolutely pristine mint condition. There's no scuffs, no abrasions. Everything's still as new. It's just a little bit dirty, which is probably the only nitpicky thing I can think of with these shoes, is that they're white, and eventually if they're not going to be white, they're going to look dirty. They have got a very limited colourway selection. You either have all white, all black, or a completely white upper that's got a kind of red and orange colour on the midsole. But that's about all the dislikes that I can think of. But who are they for? Well, if you're looking for an easy day shoe, it can do it. If you're looking for an unplated session shoe, there you go. And for me, this is what I'm going to be using these for. It's a long run shoe for me, because they are just so comfortable. They've got a lovely stack of foam underneath your foot that's really forgiving and helpful for those long runs. But it's lively. Each and every foot strike puts a smile on your face, and it's just so comfortable. You could just run in these for hours and hours on end. But that's my thoughts of the Dynafish Xiaonian. I hope you agree. If you've got some of these, let me know in the comments if you are agreeing with my my review of these shoes, or if you have found something about the Dynafish Xiaonian that you don't actually like, that I haven't actually noticed myself. Let me know, and then the next time I do a review, I can be even that more fussy than what I have been on these. But for certain, if you're thinking of buying a super lightweight, everyday shoe that can do absolutely everything, that's your answer. I'll see thee.